All right, ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you back to another episode of Tar Heel by Dart. This one, a bit of a solo scene for Mr. Woodrow Dennington. His night having been rather pleasant so far. His the target of a number of his issues having been handled a couple hours earlier. We pick up this evening back at his haven over in the East Carolina district.
He gets on the phone, and he's continuing to study over his books, looking to expand his mastery in occult to include the subject of demonology, and working on that one ritual that he's been working on for going on 4 months now. Woodrow picks up the phone and calls the Archon first.
Okay. Which you actually get a voicemail for her.
Mm-hmm. Cool. I will tell her simply that the thing that she wanted me to do has been completed, and that he patiently awaits the person that she was sending to him, and he knows that she is good. Yeah, that he knows that she has taken care of her end, and the lady will have been paid. So he thanks her for the end of their transaction.
Yeah. Actually, before you're able to even finish, typing out that text, your Jarvis, I don't know if we ever did actually name the butler an actual name, but
I don't think we gave him. I think you gave him a name, but we all forgot it.
Yeah. Oh well, we'll just call him Jarvis for shits and giggles. You see, he actually sticks his head around the corner. Sir, a visitor requesting to see you.
Send them in.
Okay. He does so, and who steps from around the corner is you'd probably say about a middle-aged, looks like she may either be Native American or Arabic in racial origin. She steps from around the corner, and you see she extends her hand.
I will shake her hand.
Right. The Miss Farron said you were needing a haven specialist.
Yes.
All right. So, what do you got in mind?
Top of the line security. I'll need downstairs. I'll need renovations made for a torture chamber / holding facility. I want the entirety of the building to be made out of stone. I require underground emergency exits for me and my allies. State-of-the-art security systems that are internally run so that they cannot be hacked into. I'll cover the detail of the men who'll watch it or whatever. I'll need changing security password locks with redundancies so that people can't just break in. I'm told, are the best at this, and I am looking for the penultimate haven to protect me.
Very well, very well. She did make that pretty clear, and she's already sent the required funds, so that much is handled. Now, during the course of this construction, there may be, I don't know, because I've not had a chance to look at your beautiful, by the way, as I might add, your beautiful haven as it is, to see what may need to be remodeled. So there is a possibility that we may need to, relocate you for some time, but I'll ensure that you're compensated for that.
That's fine. I most assuredly will have. I have allies who will accommodate this, so I should be fine.
Alrighty. All right. Like I said, I have pretty much. She's set me up pretty much so we for about for as long as is needed to get this project done, which it may take some time, and we're talking. We may be talking better than a year to give you the full top of the line package, but she's already set me up for that, so that's nothing you have to worry about. But like I said, I'll get you set up.
It's fine. Just tell me whenever you have nailed down dates. Just let me know what you require and when you need me to leave, and I will do so.
Very well. Now, as you can probably imagine now, a lot of the physical work I don't do myself. I have a team that comes in and handles that, but I guess you could say I'm a bit of an architect.
Sure. That's fine.
But like I said, I just wanted to swing by here and put face with name and make the initial meeting, so we would make sure we were on the same page.
Yes. That's completely fine. I will likely have certain things put in. One thing in particular that I would like is I would like a set of plates under the first floor, and the bottom floor and the first floor, and I would like those plates to be at least a foot in size, and I would like them to be on something so that they are rotating underneath the floor, always moving.
See, she sighs, thinking for a couple of moments. I did something similar to that up over in Denver. See what, like I said, I'll see what I can do. Like I said, I can't make 100% promises on anything until I get a chance to get a lay of the land. But I'll see if I can get that worked into the blueprint.
Thank you very much. As money is not an issue. Whatever you need really shouldn't be an issue. You just need to tell me what you require.
All right. Very well. Very well. Well, like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and take my leave for the evening and not take up any more of your time. If you need me, feel free to give me a ring. You can see she actually hands a business card over to you.
I will look it over. I'm like, most definitely.
All right. And you have yourself a good evening, sir.
You as well.
All right. And she takes her leave.
So then I will call the prince.
He answers. Oh, Mr. Dannington, good to hear from you this evening. How are things going over in the East Carolina district?
Well, the Foothill district is going to be in some turmoil now that their duke is dead. I'm not sorry, not the Foothill, the Appalachian. That's my fault.
Yes. So it's gone through.
Yes. So I'm sure the Ventry could pick up Biltmore Estate at a steal right now.
I'm sure we could. I'm very much sure we could. I said, it still pains me that pains me that Mr. Terrence was not able to be reasoned with, but such is the way of our peoples at times.
Yes, it's quite unfortunate. More so that the fact that he's likely went into the infernal. So it's a blight in our domain. Hopefully
Very much
soon
so.
I will have developed your mages or your friends' mage allies may be able to assist. But I plan to construct my own ritual, which its very nature is that its only purpose is that when it is in the presence of the infernal, it will alert me with a subtle tingle in my hand. Um, while I'm wearing the ring, I hope to make it a ring that will tingle in the presence of the infernal, and then when it comes in contact with the infernal, it will in fact glow, so that I know if any more in our domain have subtly become infernal, and I can hopefully eradicate them. Although I
Very well.
understand that killing your court would be unfortunate. It's already affected two duchies uh, with dukes who are infernal, and so I worry that I don't know how deep that it goes.
And it is indeed it is a valid worry. Though I'm sure I don't need to say this, but I will. Just Mr. Dennington, do be sure that when you're looking too deeply into the well, that you don't fall in yourself.
I hope that I will not do this. In my heart, I am not a fighter. I am a scholar. But I cannot stand by and allow our domain to fall to the infernal. My humanitas has eroded deeply, and am going to seek the aid of my clanmates to find someone who has an alternate way of thinking. There's too much blood on me and in me for me to still go down the path that a normal mortal walks. I do not wish to assail, but I I do not feel the same tie to the same emotions and to the same strictures that I followed when I was a man. I am close to the precipice. There may come a day when the domain must rise up to destroy me. Hopefully, I can avoid that by changing my outlook. But I will do what I must do until the time comes.
As I will tell you what I've always told you, I trust your judgment that you will seek the proper paths and that you will be diligent in this search.
Of that, I can assure you.
Indeed. That
After
being said, there will be a in the coming nights. You will be made aware of it ahead of time. But we have been lacking in our monthly council meeting, so that must be addressed soon.
I agree.
So,
you are definitely correct.
but so how was the gentleman in his challenge? Did Mr. Terrence at least put up a fight worthy of his clan?
Honestly, I wasn't there for the fight. I was busy delving into my books and preparing. I think I found something that is slightly more safe uh, for the destruction of the Infernalists than what I was previously doing.
Very well. Again, as I've said, as you know my opinions on the masquerade and that of the tenets of our people. So I will not dwell on that, but I will make that again clearly apparent.
Yes, as you know, under Biltmore, I have blanket right of Amaranth over all Infernalists. And so I have taken to a different route of securing their soul so as to taint mine less and to ensure greater safety for everyone. But Enzo and the good Reverend were there to assist me in destroying or to destroy Terrence. I actually did not get into combat with him, but they did not seem any worse for the wear. So I assume they did very well.
Very well. I will be sure to look into this and congratulate them if needs be.
Of course. If I, hear anything else, I will definitely, inform you. But everything was, from all accounts, fairly easy.
Very well. I will ensure that I will make sure that Miss Farron is made aware of this as well.
Thank you very much. Wait. Who's that again?
That's the Archon.
Oh, I sent her a text. If you want to call her and make a personal call, that is, of course, fine. But I did inform her if you don't wish to.
Oh, well, makes my night that much easier.
Very good. Is there anything else that you need?
Not that comes to mind at the moment.
Very well, my prince. I
Actually,
thank you.
Now, though that I do now, wait, it does cross my mind. Given that Mr. Terrence has been dealt with and no longer ceases to be among us, there is a vacancy in that dukedom, and as you recall, Mr. the Reverend Johnson and I did reach a tentative agreement on that, and I would ask for your vote in securing this for the good Reverend.
I don't have an issue with securing him a piece of that domain, splintered off and given to him to have purview over. But I don't know. The Reverend does not need the entirety of the district, and I was going to suggest that we give the Nosferatu a seat on the council. I know that previously it's been because no one wants the target, but I believe that I've spoken to them and that they agree that it would be appropriate for them to assume a position of dukedom.
Very well, very well. Now, as you know, the bylaws of the council do prevent me from making that decree official until it's reached the council. But do ensure that that is heard at the meeting.
Yes, I will. I will bring it up. There is no issue with that.
So Mr. Hargrove actually made me aware of something too, in a a potential gentleman that he had in mind to fill that chair. I didn't know if he had ran it by you or not, but if he had, I was curious as to would be curious as to your support for another of your clanmates on this on the council. Obviously, it's a given that you would most likely agree, but let's just be honest here, Mr. Dennington. There is a clear and present domination of our council by the Toreador.
Yes, I have definitely seen that. As of yet, they have not forced any issue that I feel concern with. Um, However, um, I would like to see a council that is not at the whim of one clan or another. So I plan to give them healthy competition.
Very well, very well. You may wish to I may wish to speak with you at length about this before the meeting, but as of now, I will let you see to your affairs for the evening.
Thank you, my prince.
And with
And
that, you hear the line on his end goes dead.
woo. Okay. Talk to the prince. Talk to send the message to the archon. Talk to the one chick. I guess now I go stalk the dean.
Alrighty. Who is as you basically is asking around, who actually is in his office this evening. Oddly enough, at 1 o'clock in the morning, he actually is in his office.
Okay, well, I'm just going to walk in. No preamble or anything.
Yep. Can I help you, sir?
Yes. Um, I will close the door behind me and I will look into his eyes. I would prefer you not resist. You're going to drink my blood and become my ghoul, and should you try to do anything untoward, like call for assistance, then I'm going to have to kill you and have you replaced. And I
He
walk right over to him.
seems more in shock than fear, but
I distend my fangs and simply walk right over to him and bite my arm and offer my blood to him. Drink.
more of a it's more a movement of shock than fear, or than real servitude. He does,
That wasn't
and
so bad.
finds that the shock isn't so bad, and that he's never done this before, but for some reason he can't seem to. This is quite possibly the greatest thing he thinks he's ever experienced. It's better than sex.
I'll let him, greedily suck up his trait of blood, and then I'll remove my arm and lick where my bite mark was. I will come again tomorrow, and you can feast upon my gift again, and you will feel yourself become more powerful. Um, I will take something of his on the table. You may think this is a dream, or you may think that this isn't real. So I will leave you with this. And I'll roll, 10 dice, and theoretically I will get a success, and I will activate 11 bolt, and I will just and destroy his keyboard. I will pick up his keyboard and fry it with electricity and leave him this burnt keyboard. So this was real.
Yeah, I'm not even going to have required die roll on that one. We'll just let it occur. So his fried keyboard is set back on the desk in front of him. Again, more in shock than anything, really.
I will lean in close to him so that he can see my cat eyes. You will not tell anyone of this. If you do, you will die.
He nods.
If you run, you will die. You are mine now. You will live forever. If I were you, I would start working on my fitness, because forever is far more enjoyable when you stay fit. You won't want. I will make sure you're taken care of. If you have debt, we'll address that. Your life's goal is to stay here and make sure that this place runs efficiently. And whatever happens on here, if it's something odd, obviously there's minor odd things like someone pulling pranks. I don't want to know about that. But if someone goes dead or goes missing or anything, you inform me first, and I will come up with a plan, and then we will act. This is going to be very enjoyable.
Again, the whole time him nodding here in agreement.
I will not see you again tomorrow, actually. Now that I think about it, I have things to do. Instead, he will sit out 3 pieces of Pez. You will eat one of these each night. You will call me. I will write down my number on a piece of paper for him. This is my number. Yeah. You will call me each night before you eat it. And then when I tell you to, you will put it in your mouth. And you will feel the exhilaration. I will pat him gently on the face, and then I will leave.
As you are taking your leave, he rises from the chair, almost as if he's begging you to not leave, and he speaks in a low, hushed tone. What the hell are you?
All that you need to know now is that I am your master. And with that, I will leave.
He watches you take your leave, and almost as if a child would watch a parent leave, a child that has not quite gotten over separation anxiety of that of a young child yet.
And I think that's all for me this evening. Unless somebody pulls me into something.
Alrighty. So, that will conclude this evening, viewers. Again, as always, if you're interested in partaking of anything you see here, just feel free to comment on the video below, or you can find us on Facebook at Tar Heel by Dark in our group section. Give us a call on there, and we'll get the ball rolling. You guys have a good evening and a good night.